Hello, welcome to Sunset Studios. Today we're going to make this cute pig, and I've used a pale aqua type background, and I just thought that would be just something different. I did discover that it's a little bit hard to draw my pencil lines on it, so I did earlier pencil lines so that I could see better. So basically, I'm starting with the head, and I'm doing a roundish, curved line on the top. The ears are really kind of important in this design, so I'm kind of making a rounded, floppy ear, and then I'm coming around and doing the rest of his head, okay? And then I just lift my pencil to do another floppy ear on that side. And then the body is just a circle, partial circle, because you don't see the bottom. And then at the very end, we'll put in his paws and the details on the face. Okay, I'm going to get my paint. Okay, the paint is poured, and I'm going to go ahead and start to paint his whole face the light pink color. That's what's really fun about this design. It makes it easy, is that the whole design is basically the same color. It's a little hard to see the pencil lines, so I'm going to bring it up closer. Okay. And then just his body. Now this paint is a little thicker, but because I did the aqua underneath, I will definitely need another coat. If I had just done the white background, it may have been enough, but I felt like doing something a little bright and cheery in the background. Okay, I'm going to dry this and add another K. I've done a second coat on my pig, and normally I would tell you to take a pencil and draw the nose and the eyes, but the reality is, because I've done 2 coats of this pretty thick folk art paint, I'm gonna really just have to take my brush with the darker pink for the nose and just kind of wing it, which is what I'm gonna do. And if I were to make a huge mistake, what would I do? I would say, oops, and then I would go back and paint over it in the light pink to hide the mistake, and then I'd dry it and start again. So you can always fix up mistakes. And you always have to remember, it's just a rock, so it's really no big deal. Okay, now I'm going to take a dip into my black. I'm going to try to get the shape of the eyes. They're pretty circular. And then once that black dries, we put a little white in. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, and the rest of the lines, I'm going to use a pen, a paint pen. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this paint. Okay, the paint is dry, and now I'm just going to do a tiny, tiny dip into the white so I can make the white of the eyes, or on the eyes, and okay, that's one. And the other, gonna make that just a drop bigger. There we go. Okay, and now I'm going to take my paint pen and start going, whoopsie, start going over the outside lines like we do with every design to make the design pop. I think the key to this pig are the ears, to make them floppy if you can. So I just think that looks the best. Okay, now I'm gonna go, whoopsie, I'm gonna go over his nose. Okay. Hold it up a little closer, and then I'm going to make his nose holes, which are just like that. I'm not going to go over his eyes because they're already black. The only other thing are his paws or hoofs. Not really hoofs. Let's go with paws. And basically they come down. I'm going to do that little line, and then so they look like they're tucked under him, just like that. And the only other thing is a little bit, oh, okay, a couple little finishing touches. I'm going to do very small but little eyebrows, and then a middle line in his ear, and I don't want to forget the face and his little, it's almost like a little shy smile. Oh, and of course, how could I forget his tail? Sorry about that. All right. And it's really just a curly line. And there he is. He's all finished. I see there's a tiny spot here where the rock kind of has a divot. I'll probably go back over that, which should just take a second, just to kind of cover that up. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to paint on his paws. I want to put the dark pink. So I'll bring that nice and close. And it just goes down here. I may end up going back for a second coat, but I won't need to show you that. Oops. You will get the idea. Okay, if I want, I could even do the dark pink under that ear line. There. And that is all, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this pig design, and that I will see you on my next video. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you. Take care.